Let's see if Noob wants it. What are you going to take, buddy?
Or, you know, what about the Noob Classic, the Snap? Is that a bit too much? I mean, they don't really have the control for a Snap because they have Sky and AA. So, like, those heroes don't set up that well for the kisses. So we're going to go Primal Beast instead. We want someone who has a little bit of lockdown to try and enable the Ice Blast as well as the Mystic Flare. And, of course, one of the major benefits with Primal Beast is that you've got that grab through the debuff immunity, trying to make sure kaori is going to hit this.
Right. I like it. I think that the other thing is just like the ability to constantly get in there. Like you kind of need the lasso from Bat to be able to really set up for things, and Pulverize just being on such a low cooldown. Like Bat Rider, I think it's at like almost 100 seconds or something for the first level, and Pulverize is just so low cooldown that you can just keep playing with OmaR and Kaori. So yeah, Primal feels good. I still like Luna's draft a little more, but Primal was a really, really good pick.
Thinking about Dispels, this game looked pretty solid for Luna Galaxy, like fitting out Lotus Orb onto the Timbersaw, the Shadow Demon eventually with the Shard, and the Aghanims could be really powerful. Dukalis steals this game's not too crazy. And of course, the Shadow Demon Primal Beast matchup, that is one thing we've talked about a lot.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because if you ult the Primal Beast, he can't Onslaught. It gets dispelled off of him. He stops moving. Very sad. So we will have to watch out for that. On the other side, though, right, you know, you're onslaughting in a lot of the times. That doesn't necessarily have to be a relevant factor in the matchup.
Right. I mean, I'm seeing at the end of the day a lot of single target damage into a Shadow Demon. So I feel like they have the tools at the very least to be able to keep themselves alive against this. Let's see if they can put it together in practice. Let's go into it. Game number 1. One best of 3. Winner is going to TI. Is it going to be Luna Galaxy or is it going to be Quest? Let's find out right about now, baby. And we're getting some tips to start, a little bit of all chat of the good luck, have fun. People are excited.
If Davai Lama had one of the most heartbreaking games we've seen in a while in that, that last series, where he was absolutely dominating on Beastmaster. One of the best Beastmaster lanes that you're ever going to see in a pro match. He was making them look like fools. But then they lost because they went up into the Ancients area. They got wiped by some fantastic spell casting from Entity. Then they lost the game. But now, you know, moving from one other Siggy, as they say, to another Siggy, the Davai Lama Timbersaw, and into the Naga Siren. That feels pretty good. He's going to have a fairly solid lane, assuming he doesn't get blasted out early. He just needs to make it to 2 points in reactive armor, and then going to be camping down here. And with the high rotation and like the quickness that you can get there with an Earth Spirit, I feel like they have a good chance to bully this Naga Siren early. I'm really surprised they left in the Sven as well. I feel like with how early they got the Naga, it seems kind of crazy that Sven ends up being the answer, considering he's one of the carries that people like the most versus Naga Siren, but just putting more stock in some of those other bans that they wanted to do.
Yeah, and feeling like they're okay with this matchup at the very least if they can get the other components working for them in a good way. Does look like it's going to be a trade-off there of just 2 runes apiece for both squads, and Noob heading off to lane against Adzantick on this Earth Spirit, who did, it looks like, miss his creep block a little bit, then puts out the game as hard. Still meets right about in the middle, so should be fine. But yeah, off to the races. I want to see, with these 2 really high tempo mid heroes, I feel like I'm hopeful that the mid game is going to be like good and exciting and not just like people AFK farming for a very long time.
Oh, you don't want another one of those? You,
not so much.
You want to watch some Dota, do you?
A little bit.
I do love the lane setup here from Luna Galaxy. This is exactly what I would want. I want the Shadow Demon down here with the Timbersaw. So I want Shadow Demon going through, doing his crazy double stack plays with the Shadow Poison, and trying to bully as much as possible here. Can't quite get the courier from Kaori. There's some solid micro coming up from him there as he beats back onto Thiolicor. Great play here early from Kaori, really getting a lot out of this AA, a hero who's traditionally been seen as a bit of a liability in the laning stage.
Right. Oh, just putting some good pressure on there, making sure that Thiolicor doesn't feel super comfortable, and they're doing a similar thing with the illusions.
Got the single pull onto just the range creep too. Not even the half pull where you get 2, just range creep and gone. Well done.
Meantime, up top there, you can see also just trading hits consistently In the mid lane, it's pretty even so far. A slight lead for that Primal Beast, though there is creep waves coming in. So it's not really a huge differential yet. I believe that is Bottle coming out a second later for Adzantick on the Earth Spirit. But he did get one play earlier that was kind of nice. He went for like a kickback on Noob underneath the tower. Doesn't it get right there? So trying to get some pressure on, you can see at least a little bit here. As up top, Shad's taking a beating from Tobi. OmaR still nearby with a blood grenade. This could get into a kill situation if they're not careful.
Ooh, and Adzantick is forced to roll as well for that water room. Really wants to make sure he doesn't miss that. That would have been bad. But no chance for Noob there as the onslaught was still on cooldown. And gets the snipe with the kick. Nicely done.
Dukalis going to be able to walk away from that one. They did play that a little weird. The Cinder Brew not being activated by OmaR, but they're still pushing back Shad a bit, and a blood grenade even used onto both of these heroes in the lane. But this one's pushing in. I think this is a pretty decent position right now for Tobi and OmaR. Having a good time, it seems. Noob is also getting low. These mid laners just playing things right on the edge. No Fairy Fire left on the Primal. Stun, walking away, gets out. So that will be Healing Lotus passed over to Shad, so he'll be able to survive through this. Although, now that they're kind of going on both of them, breaking the salve, Shad going to be forced to use it, tries to turn onto Tobi, but no, it's OmaR that actually gets the kill.
Getting that early pressure here from the Brewmaster. Multiple points in this interview, just what you're looking for. Nicely done here. I mean, that is the goal of all position 4 Skywrath mages, right? Try and bully that safe lane as much as you possibly can, and hopefully get to your 6, because that's something that we've seen a lot of support struggling with, especially, obviously, if you miss it on the Wisdom runes. So grabbing this, and then with first kill going to him, and then a Primal Beast being in the mid lane means you might get some early rotation. So if that opens up, you get to go soak mid a little bit, get that early 6. That's the kind of plays OmaR wants to be making here. A little bit more harassment there on the Dukalis as they're going to fight over the runes once more. Thiolicor ends up denying it in kaori's face.
Yeah, that one right in front of him. A little frustrating for sure. But yeah, not a whole lot to write home about as of yet. It is going to be just like some more stacks built up, it looked like. And Tobi going to be forced back, but they do get that pull off there. So that's going to pull the wave a little bit closer towards them. And should secure some good farm underneath the tower for the combination of Tobi and OmaR. They decide to go on Shad again? No.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're definitely putting the pressure on right now.
You have money creep and I don't? Did he not get
a flag bearer?
Is that what happened?
I don't know. We're gonna have to check that one after, I guess. Seems like an issue.
Yeah.
I was gonna discuss the fact that Thiolicor is like getting mad stacks up already.
What?
I wonder if he kicked it or something.
He might have.
I mean, I see flag bearer creeps.
Listen, Radiant's been winning a lot. I don't know. They had to nerf it a bit. As Dukalis is gonna get chased down and ends up being brought down by Tobi. Nice connection. No money creeps dire.
Your waves, not spawning money creep.
That is interesting. I'm not sure what the heck's that's about.
We have one top. I reconnect. They're just invisible. There's one on bottom. They're just invisible. Oh, they're invisible because we see it. No, there is. They have aura.
I don't see them.
It's cringe. I see aura. Oh, no one was talking about it, apparently.
Oh, but don't know which creep.
So it looks like a normal creep to him?
I guess. I mean, yeah, I see the one. So if you look in the mid lane right now,
yeah,
I can see that there's a flag bearer there.
Yeah, me too. I see.
Interesting.
Oh, that's no good. I like how he calls it the money creep.
Yeah. Now you know which one it is as he last hits it. Oh, he gets the money creep. Well done, noob.
All right, time to swap over to Dyer. We're shifting it up, I guess. Although I think it might have been for both sides by the sounds of it. It's hard to tell. Not how we were intending to balance the game here, but gotta do what you gotta do. 6 minutes comes up. Tobi grabs the Lotus up top, and the regen rune goes to Earth Spirit, but yeah, that's a grab.
Bang, bang, bang. Dukalis gonna get hit. They decide not to fully commit. Okay.
The 10 charges were too much on the stick. Adzantick, though, misses the slow. Nice juke there from OmaR. He might have gone down. They wanted to keep that chase going with the rolling boulder into the magnetize, but gonna back off.
Interesting. Well, that is a bit of an intriguing start to this game, as Rubik does eventually just get brought down by OmaR. Finds him off to the side by placing the ward and immediately going to go for the D ward on it.
Nice. Deny that out. You know it's getting dewarded immediately.
Yeah.
They also immediately need to go grab their wisdom runes here. But nobody coming to steal it. Kaori will be too late if he tries to go for it now, as Thiolicor, of course, is busy doing his stacks at the same time. Nice. He's going to be too late to even throw a Shadow Poison, so it doesn't bother.
Well, 7 minutes in. Wisdom rune. Thiolicor gets one. OmaR's going to go and get the other. Does have his boots already good to go. Coming out to him as well. And I think that these next couple of minutes, it's still just feeling very low key, but you know, with Primal Beast having 7, with Adzantick having level 7, there's some definite, like, really strong rotation capabilities ready.
Yeah, and Kaori is just going to try and leech 6 down bottom, because it's Naga Siren versus Timbersaw, and Timbersaw has hit level 6. So there's really no benefit for the Naga Siren to be in the lane. You're going to gain more just by going through the jungle and using your illusion. So this opens up one of your supports to just soak, get as much XP as you can. And speaking of XP here, again, Thiolicor going to get these stacks moving. This is why you want position 4 Shadow Demon, because it is so easy.
Oh, yeah. No, it's completely getting filled up. And I mean, if Sven can come on through and clear these, that would be huge. The other thing to watch for is if Noob has any inkling that this is going on, that's a big move to make to go and try and steal those.
Adzantick rolls down bottom, and immediately Thiolicor is just mid spamming poison on the waves. Nice kill.
Yeah, just another easy rotation coming in. I don't even know if he had to use the onslaught. He just reached out and grabbed him.
They tried to do the same thing bottom too, right? They tried to hunt Kaori with a similar rotation from Adzantick, but he was hiding further up in the lane, and then he placed a ward there too. So he's really just lurking. Like, he's not being super greedy in terms of trying to get as much gold as he can. He's just trying to get that XP. He only has 7 last hits, despite soaking down here for like 2.5 minutes.
I know.
Because he knows he's just going to die to Timber if he shows himself.
I mean, it's an easy kill. Absolutely. Got to play that one safe. There's more stacking going on. OmaR manages to take one away, or build up some more on the Ancients there. Tobi, yet to use an ulti as of yet. Kaori close to 6. Something to watch for with that AA soaking up all that experience. Noob still hunting up on the top side of the map, but not finding anybody.
And while this is happening,
to help.
They clear out one of the stacks that he's been prepping there, so it's going to boost up Adzantick now to the top of the net worth with the help of Thiolicor, and of course giving himself a lot of XP and gold at the same time. The Ancients are still there, awaiting Shad. Bit of camp gifted over to Earth Spirit, so he's going to be involved in these fights. They're going to smoke up. They want to come and make a play here. I don't know if they can defend the tower necessarily, but they want to get some cleanup after. But the split is here, and it can be very tough fighting into this. There's also no 6 yet on Dukalis, so he's got freedom here on the split. Doesn't have to worry about too much in terms of giving it up.
Yeah, this is a really scary attempt, right? Because you also have that AA blast that can come in from the other side of the map.
Yeah, they bailed.
Yeah, don't want to do it. Interesting. Dude, everybody's playing so scared. When this stuff happens, it's just the way it goes.
Even just Quest giving so much space up top there on that tower too, respecting the fact that they could be coming in, noticing that, hey, Adzantick's missing. Like, he wants to have these fights as Earth Spirit. And now Dukalis just trying to get his 6. Probably going to die here. I don't imagine your teammates are going to be able to help you. That's an easy run down here.
Well, Dukalis is 4 of their 5 deaths, so I don't know how to feel about that one, but he's bearing the brunt of it, that's for sure. Tobi ends up taking down that tower, and I think that was a blade mill completed on the Earth Spirit too. So just gonna try and make maximum usage of that big HP pool this guy has.
Yeah, Tobi has Spirit Vessel done too.
Yeah, they're big.
Classic Brewmaster item here. Maybe the Midas after, I would reckon, based on how Dota's going. Speaking of Midas, TA2000s is done on the Naga Siren.
Nice. Very good, very good.
I mean, why aren't we just buying Radiance at this point? I mean,
honestly, like they're just putting waves out anyways. Might as well. Well.
Oh, look at Davai Lama. Oh, look at that gold. I love it when Timbersaw gets the ancient stack.
Yeah,
now, this is so much better than giving it to your Sven, too. Because, like, Timber's going to do more. Like, he's one who's to play around the map. Sven's going to get his farm. That's fine. But Timber going right for that Lotus Orb. We saw it in the draft. It's an amazing Lotus Orb game. I think it's a fantastic choice for his first item in this one. And then these two, Earth Spirit, Timbersaw, rolling around together. That's a frightening idea right now.
Right.
Level 6 up on Thiolicor and almost Dukalis.
But this is the thing that I kind of wonder about, right? Is we've seen a lot of these games as Adzantick gets a shield rune, where you have a strong, like, mid-game fighting core that look like nigh unstoppable, and then you just take one or two bad fights, and then eventually the other team wins. I want to see if Luna Galaxy can kind of break that streak here, because they haven't been able to. I mean, we again think just yesterday back to that Davai Lama game when he was playing Beastmaster and owning. If Naga Siren starts getting out of control, it could be kind of tough for them.
You're not wrong. I mean, he's got the party hats out right now on TA2000, so he's feeling all right about this game, that's for sure.
Adzantick misses that roll, but Tobi still can't feel confident being over here. Ooh, they force out that split, though. And with the split used, the rest of Luna Galaxy are going to back away. So a 2,000 gold lead built up by Quest with 5 kills. Luna Galaxy kind of just chilling at the moment. And Dukalis gets level 6. They come out of the split, can't steal that one away. While Quest seen that there were some stacks that had been built, they take the last little remnants of them. There wasn't really anything there for them, though.
Yeah, no big steals or anything as they invade the territory. But TA2000 still leading in terms of the farm. Not too surprising, of course, considering it's now up to Yasha and Midas at this point of the game.
God.
But Sven will keep it going. As long as they keep the stacks up, you're going to see some big efficiencies here. And you might even get a smoke out here soon, right? Like with the Echo Saber, he might want to try and join in. They could try and go for a smoke play now. That's down on the Brew. But look at that kill. That is just what you wanted. Finally getting this trio together. The mid plus the 2 supports. You know they have the damage. As long as there's control, you have AA Sky. The hero's going to die.
Yeah, that is really good for them. I mean, again, this is like when you saw those 2 heroes picked, the AA and the Skywrath, you knew that there was a chance that if they take like some rotating hero and Primal fits the bill perfectly, they can just move from kill to kill to kill. And it's going to keep happening. Luna Galaxy probably are going to be finding need to be dodging these pickoffs whenever they get a chance.
There is significant save potential, though. Like, if you're not isolated, having the disruption, having a Rubik nearby, and then getting into the Lotus Orb as well to stop that pulverize from even occurring, there's a lot of reasons why this might stop failing for them. And, you know, they've only gotten 1 rotation, really, with it so far. So, I don't think it's, like, the worst situation for Luna Galaxy, even though it is 6-0 and it looks kind of bad on the scoreboard. Pushing towers, though, that could be a little bit tough.
Oh, yeah. It can be a pretty big problem, definitely.
Look at this ward as well by Dukalis right now. Like, they're all moving back here towards the Ancients, getting their stacks going, and it's all under the vision of Quest. Seeing exactly what they're up to. And looks like they might have had a block on that camp as well.
KB.
Or no, he just missed it. Okay.
Completed for Noob with a haste rune. I mean, yeah, like tower taken, not the easiest thing in the world. I feel like for either teams, to be honest, but I do see a pretty strong window here. And yeah, this smoke, anybody that gets caught is just going to explode. There is some steal potential here from Dukalis. Now that he has 7, if they go on in with the Primal, very easy to take away that Pulverize, which is a huge get for Rubik. Thiolicor. Finds him. Easy connection. Not going to use that pulverize. Still keeping himself fine and dandy. Just get the easy takedown.
Yeah, they're not even going to TP for this at all. Even though it's kind of close to their tower. Instead, just going to go in here, take a look at these Ancients. Davai Lama going to try and at least soak some XP and maybe steal some gold. But that's a lot of heroes, so he can't fight in the pulverize. Got a few of them, but so did Noob.
Yeah. 7-0 start.
Tobi and Dukalis very close to each other.
They're going to see him. I mean, they're bringing numbers. It's now Manta done. They've got to get something here from Tobi. Silence is there. Big connection. It's going to be enough for the kill. Adzantick takes that one. So finally on the board.
If there's any hero that's going to carry a game versus Brewmaster and Naga Siren, it's Sven, right? That is, you know, Sven is the hero that both of those guys hate. Cleaving right through your Brewlings. They never quite get the HP. We've had these talents at like the 1200, and then, you know, they get like the Drunken Brawler passive later. But when it's Sven, like, he's gonna get you.
Uh-oh.
Unfortunate crash here, looks like, from OmaR. So we'll get him back in.
We'll see if they can get back underway here in a moment.
This feels like another one. Just little pickoffs over and over, and then someone's going to decide to go for Roche. It's going to get spotted. We're going to have our twin gates, as well as our O-post to TP to, some early buybacks.
They're just playing up in their area right now. I mean, you can see that Davai Lama is farming those Ancients, but Noob, Kaori, and OmaR are all hanging out, ready for anybody to step over here.
It's really great use of a Naga Siren draft. I mean, she's just farming up and controlling so much of the bottom part of the map. Tobi holds up the top end. He did die last time, sure, but he almost got split off. It's kind of scary. And they had to have so many people rotating there. And so you just have the two supports backing up Noob. And then kind of casually push this tower while also taking away some Ancients. And you're still getting a benefit just by farming that one Ancient stack. But in behind, Dukalis still waiting here. Has the level 4 Thunderclap. It's a bold play here, mister.
Yeah, they're moving over. You gotta run away, buddy. And it looks like they will find him, and Dukalis is gonna be going down again. So a 5th death for this Rubik out of the 8 that have happened.
Let's see if he gets to keep his ward. Doesn't look like they're immediately. Oh yeah, no, there it goes. Okay, they had a sentry the whole time. All right, I see.
Shad being forced back a bit there by Tobi, and they decide, fine, you want to fight? We'll fight you. And then he runs away because he has a pipe and a spirit pistol and is not afraid of anything. Yeah,
Shad actually tried to pump fake and force the split.
Right.
He pretended to throw to see if he could force him to just immediately like panic split. Not intending to go for the full fight, I think. Or hoping, because like ideally you throw yeah, you just stun some Broodlings to kill them.
Is this going to be enough for the kill? Kaori just backs away.
Dukalis.
He gets the Lotus, little help there. And now the stun, the turn, the connection for the kill. Jump forward, pulverize. Noob finds him. Shad is in a ton of trouble, and he's just going to die. And Luna kind of falling apart a little bit here as Tobi tries to chase down Davai Lama, pulls him back in with that Void Panda. Now, Dukalis is still nearby. He can maybe steal Split on his way out, and actually does manage to get it. So stolen Split connects now. Tobi is going to be controlled by his own spells, and with Thiolicor dropping the ulti, that should be more than enough for the kill. So nice play here to be able to take that one away from Tobi.
Yeah, that's huge. Might even give him another chance at laughter. And a bit unfortunate. I mean, OmaR continued to spam get back, as he was saying that when he was down before the Brewmaster. So I think OmaR was like, yeah, I told you so. But of course, he's not going to say that because they're playing their qualifier best of 3 for TI. But he can think it, and that's okay. And, you know, Tobi, he's just going to look at his Naga Siren and he's going to say space, man. It's just space. Don't worry about it. You know, I'm still farming up top. You're going to have Heart soon. Now, Heart, not that impactful versus Sven, of course, because he's still going to get the damage. He will cut through the illusions. But when you're a support player, and there's Heart, Naga Siren illusions, that's a bad time. Oh, that's a bad time.
No. Dude, the most expensive arcane rune.
You know what's really sad, too? Thiolicor just got his blink delivered right there by the tower.
Yeah.
If that courier had been like 5 seconds faster, he lives there.
Yeah. And I mean, that is the thing, right? Like for Quest, this timing looks really, really strong, and it is going to remain strong. You know, BKB, piercing, disable, and pulverize on a 32-second cooldown, because apparently that's a thing. But you do have the Shadow Demon save eventually.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Noob takes the mid tower, and now a 6,000 gold lead. As they continue to accelerate this Naga Sirens farm, TA2000 not looking back.
Well, there's a brew split for Dukalis here in 30 seconds, so I would be planning on that for the smoke, or unlikely. Thiolicor is currently holding one, but no point going until the split is at least ready to go.
Right.
Pretty big tool that you're going to have here to try and use with your Rubik. Well, speaking of the split there, Tobi, going to find the Wisdom Rune there for Quest. He farms up some Ancients. Davai Lama working his way back up to their own, so I'll put a couple more levels onto the heroes here for Luna. Dukalis closing in on level 10. Bit behind on the old Rubik.
I mean, he's been struggling a bit, definitely. He's been bearing the brunt of these rotations and kills. But yeah, these next couple of minutes feel like it might just be a continuation of what we've seen, but I want to see Luna make some type of a move together, like you're talking about, some smoke play or something, because they have pipe done on Timbersaw. Like, you've got these BKBs online. It feels like this is the moment where you need to put some pressure on the Naga.
Yeah, ideally they jump Davai right now. Like, they can bait him out, and so they start their initiation with the Mystic Flare and the Ice Blast. That's what they're hoping for. And of course, they've been doing it at the runes. Adzantick's going to go for it. He won't get caught this time.
Bruce split. OmaR. They find him.
Silence.
Connection with the roll. Davai Lama there for the follow-up, and with the lift onto Tobi, he can't get a Bruce split off himself. Now, they do have the run-through from Davai Lama. They already popped ulti on Shad, but he's just going to back away and looks like he's going to farm with this one. So they look to be able to get the tier 1 tower at the very least.
That was a sick Glimmer Cape there from Kaori, or else I think Tobi dies, because you would think the plan would be like he comes down, you stun, you try and like stun the AoE or something, or at least try and force the split and then clean up with the Sven, but they can't commit because of the Glimmer. It's a bit scary. They don't drop anything down there in terms of detection, but they get the tower. So a big answer back here from Luna Galaxy, kind of their first win in a long time here. And a steal on the clap. Not as good, but he needed to refresh it.
At the very least, it'll help with like pushing the waves out, what have you. But yeah, it's feeling like they need a lot. And every second that goes by, TA2000 is just Midasine shoving out these waves. It's about to be a butterfly completed. The game feels very difficult to control the map against the Naga.
Another 0-0-0 game, huh? Carry players, they see a game like this, they're just like, ooh.
Getting everything she wants.
Because they're so happy.
True.
You guys know, like there are games where you don't actually have to see other players.
Yeah, it's PvE.
Like if you guys, you guys don't have to come play Dota. Like if you just want to hit creeps the whole time. You know, they got like these dungeon divers. You just keep hitting creeps. You know.
I mean, everybody said that we were going to be getting a PvE mode. Little did we know we already had it. It's ready to go.
Valve always has the surprises, I tell you. We were in the Ags Labyrinth all along.
A regen rune picked up for Noob on top of the Greater Healing Lotus. Already a very difficult hero to connect on and kill. It feels tough to make any type of play happen. And the same move that we have seen happen over and over and over again from Quest. Smoke with Noob, Kaori, OmaR, and just going to go for a kill. And if Shad's not careful, I mean, oh, this would be really bad. And he's going to farm up this camp. They know right where he's going. Shad, does he walk down?
Oh,
no, he's going into the hot tub of death. I feel like we've seen this before. It is just not working.
I've seen the signs of Yellowstone. You're not supposed to go in. So do not enter the geyser, the little hot tubs. You know, that's a bad idea.
My goodness.
He didn't follow the advice.
Did he feed the bears too?
That's pretty much what you got coming to this mid lane right now. Noob's a big, hungry bear. Keeps jumping people. Tobi, also pretty bear-like. Now we got Storm Spirits back into his bear form as well, I noticed. And then Noob's collection.
He's
so there you go.
I mean, they are oh my God, total win probability is not super on right now.
I mean, it's not wrong, dude.
Yeah, maybe this is why they gave him the Sven. It's just, it has been all quest, all game. Dude, look at it was like at the 5-minute mark or something. They were like, it was at the 0-minute mark. They gave him a 65% before the game started.
It's just look at those stats for Nagasar. It's like, don't lose. Hero don't lose.
Well, that's an Aegis on TA 2000.
If you look at like the good things that could happen with Lune Galaxy's lineup, the only thing that's really been succeeded was stacks.
Yeah.
By the Shadow Demon. The stacks were made. The stacks were mostly farmed by their own team. They were there for the Earth Spirit and the Timbersaw, but the Earth Spirit and the Timbersaw never crossed the river. They're hydrophobic. They didn't dare walk through. They just were on their own side. Like maybe like one aggressive move. No one was able to get in deep and find some vision. They just kind of did their thing, kept farming a little bit, felt like maybe they needed that one item, or they felt like it was too scary to go in anywhere where Noob could be to just grab them and put them into this meat grinder of a combo. And if you're not going to pressure in, you're not going to find this Naga Siren. I mean, he just left the lane when Timbersaw hit 6 and he was never seen again. They're putting out missing posters. They don't know where she went.
Just gone.
And now she's back. She looks quite different. They use that software recognition to see what she'd look like in 13 levels.
Yeah.
It was very accurate. It even had the party hat. And here she is.
Has not had to die. 486 last hits on this Naga, and it just keeps going up. They try and stop this pressure with the Chakram and everything, but TA 2000 just backs away, wait for Mirror Image to be back off cooldown again. That's a tier 3 tower down to like a third or a quarter HP. And guess what? Now they're going mid. Quest is indomitable.
I truly admire a pacifist, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It's very impressive here. Creeps, I guess he's not passive to them. He's the Reaper when it comes to creeps. But enemy heroes, they don't really know too much about this mysterious fish woman.
Dude, honestly, like, I don't even know. It's so out of control at this point.
Look at him.
Just walks, he does not care even a little bit.
He's like, why can't I Midas this one? What's happening? It's not going away. I don't understand.
Well, they did not need the money creep, apparently, as Naga Siren has fully taken over and is almost 10,000 net worth ahead of this Sven, who's trying to get towards an MKB as quickly as possible. Still a ways away at this point, and they're just getting chipped to death. Death by 1,000 cuts.
And T2000, he's going for the game ender. He's going straight for the scythe. No Orchid build or anything. He just wants to ruin your life. Hey, nice Lotus, nerd.
There it is.
What's up?
The save, but they have the pulverize after. Adzantick connects. A pretty good roll through. Rubik also made the onslaught play through them. Rolls in, looks for more. Can they get it? The turnaround is there, though, and they get the stun. Okay, stolen. He didn't get it, though. The pulverize not able to get taken away. Shad doesn't know who to go on. He's doing a little stutter step back and forth. Finally finds a moment there to take down Noob. Very important kill. Can they find more? Now turning, taking down that Skyreth Mage, killing off Kaori. The only couple that are left are going to be TA 2000 and Tobi. And Tobi trying to get away, but with the blink chase down, it looks like finally the Galaxy willing to take a fight that they want and managing to take down 4. It's about the best you could hope for.
It was incredible. That's exactly what you have to do. You need to dodge the song. You have to get so much done during your BKB, right? Because this is like the first fight he's taking with it. And he knows that I cannot let this song save these 2 supports. Getting Noob there, that was terrifying because they ran out of vision. Like, he got outside of that sentry range that was close to the base, and then the glimmers are there for Noob, and he almost escapes, but Shad's able to find him again, get that kill, and then they just immediately start diving supports. Because once Noob is gone, then the supports are super vulnerable, because these are 2 very offensive supports, right? They're just looking to blow you up. You're not supposed to get a turn versus Skywrath Mage and Ancient Apparition. They don't play fair.
Let's see this replay right here. Yeah, just feeling too confident in themselves and finally able to make the play of the save there with Thiolicor.
And look at Shad at the top of this fight too. He waited for so long. He's like, is this it? Is this the fight? I need to know. Alt, still, I thought the song was going to come out and this was all going to get ruined. I was genuinely concerned at that point. But the silences are there. They keep controlling. Didn't have any more dispels there. Still not songing. Throughout all of that there as the BKBs were still just like starting to taper off. And they will end up losing Thiolicor in the current match here, but they found some life here for Luna Galaxy. And of course, didn't even end up losing a Rax.
Right. They ended up finding the way to sort of win. Now, the scary part about this is that I think Quest didn't need to make that move. And the fact that they did, they're probably going to be playing even further back, I would imagine. Because it showed, like, the only way that it feels like Luna Galaxy have a good fight is if Quests go on them, right? And then you're able to get value out of the save. If that doesn't happen and Naga's just setting illusions in, it's kind of a different ballgame.
It's also the idea of them being forced to clump up inside their base. Like, a defense is happening. We are all here. So Shadium's going to have this blink save. I'm going to be in the area for you. If that's taken away, yeah, they probably just lose, right? Scythe into instant blow up on Davai Lama. Game's very different. Davai Lama also no buyback right now. He has gone all in right now.
Trying to get that blink dagger so he can come and join his team, or rather follow up on a solid stun coming from Sven. But yeah, signs of life. I mean, it was a huge injection of mainly experience was what really helped them out a lot. And there are some pretty good talents later on. But now a smoke up and trying to make another play. If they can connect here, TA2000, he's underneath the ward. It's the real one. They know it's the real one. The Hex is there. Dukalis.
BKB.
Too afraid, not willing to go.
I think they saw that fresh BKB and we're just like, ooh, I don't know this one, guys.
Yeah, it's too scary. God. Only a 2,000 gold lead now, down from what it was. And instead, it's going to be Quest that smoke up. Shad showing on the bottom lane. Does not have a TP to join his team. The Galaxy backing up, but they find him. Jumps in, looks for the save, doesn't need to use it. He's trying to save the second save. He's able to get him. Now needs to roll in. Adzantick trying to find somebody. Dukalis in trouble, going to die. Shad running over from the right side of the map. And they top the Song of the Siren. Shad is ready to turn.
Dude, he's ready.
Buyback comes. Thinking about going. Thiolicor taking a lot of damage. Still waiting. Shad jumps in. Jumps a stun onto him immediately, but they don't go in for more. Popped ulti, not BKB.
Oh, he didn't like it.
They're just trying to hold out.
He's like, I don't have the damage. It's not quite enough. We waited for so long there, too. So one thing that was really clever that Quest did is they did a double initiation. So while they were smoking through mid and scything towards the Rubik and the Earth Spirit there, they also just jumped and grabbed Davai Lama. So they're trying to split the attention right now of Thiolicor because he's only going to have one super solid save. And that being said, they will soon have the Rubik Shard, I'm sure.
Right.
So that could be a potential second save just to displace people outside of something like the Mystic Flare, maybe even the Ice Blast if you happen to get a little bit lucky. Scythe again, though, on the Davai Lama.
Don't have that save
Lotus
yet. And yeah, the Lotus, it's not going... Ooh, maybe. Disruption. Blink out. Nice play, Davai Lama. That gets him away fine.
Oh, there's so much pressure on the supports right now. They have to do everything.
34 minutes in, and a silver edge on the docket for Shad. He has almost all of it completed.
Ah, well. Remember that time we were fighting? That was crazy.
Right? That was weird. I mean, it might happen again at some point here soon, potentially. We'll have to see. Because I think at this stage in the game, if you're Luna Galaxy and you split up, it's too dangerous with Skywrath and AA on the field, right? They have to be nearby each other.
Yeah, what they want to do is try and control these waves as much as they can, which is the hardest thing, but also see if they can get some deep vision to make these assassination plays. But it's so hard. Like, the Naga is just sending in these illusions right now, so she's not only scouting you out as she moves between the lanes, but she's going to keep that push going. You can try and send them back to Shadium, but obviously they don't last that long. So it's kind of hard to have the same impact. But Roche in 1:40 seconds, so that will be a nighttime Roche, and that is what everyone is getting set up for right now. They got to know, are they doing it right now? AC done. No Midas as well this game for Tobi. So one of these Brewmasters that's not going to be scaling as much. T2000 can be the first one they run into. What's he going to do?
Rolls in, kicks him. He didn't see. He didn't see. The stun is there. Do they have enough damage? Tries to bring him down. BKB used everything. T2000, but he gets the jump away with the Ogre Seal Totem. They try and control. BKB's running low. The Force Staff, the save. That item is still insane. Disruption to keep Sven alive for the moment. Adzantick trying to roll through and find a target. He can't get it, and the connection is there. Shad is gone. Do they have enough left in the tanks to blink away? Thiolicor still staying alive through all of this. Davai Lama, though, he's low on mana. He is silenced, in trouble, can't get away, and he is going to be brought down. Yeah, 3 and soon to be 4 as Tobi gets pushed away by the Psychic Headband. The chase is going to be there, though. Noob got him in his sights.
And playing double save supports in a sense, or like backline supports of Rubik and Shadow Demon versus the Brewmaster, that's a hard time, right? Being caught there and tossed up in the air a couple times. You don't have the great timing in your disruptions. Very well played there. And they almost had it, you know, a pretty miraculous hero to run into, but then the reset there with the Shard proving to be a bit too much. And how about that charge through? That was one of the most damaging onslaughts I've ever seen. He's just trampling onslaughting through absolutely everybody with that Shiva's Guard onto Noob. A bad place to run into a beast.
Well, and again, you know, Luna Galaxy, maybe memories of what happened yesterday as their base starts to fall. It's going to be an entire 2 sets of racks gone, and then they back away. Quest on the verge of making it to TI. This would be huge for this team. So many opportunities throughout the year to go to these big tournaments, and then when they get there, they put up good results. Now finally on the verge of going to the biggest one. We'll see if they can make it happen, though.
Dude, you know it's a hard game when Rubik's picking up Cloak of Flames.
Oh, yeah.
It's, you know, someone's got to control these waves. I guess it's me, he says. Free Roche here for them. Not going to be a way to contest this.
No, it's too difficult. That one is going to be going their direction. And Aegis cheese in hand. Down bottom, Noob is just already getting ready to shove out some waves here, maybe, of himself. And almost a heart done on this Primal Beast, as they will get the Aegis on TA2000. Gonna start heading down this bottom lane.
Oh man, you're right. He does have heart in like a second, basically. He can just sell and get heart right now.
He's huge.
He's gonna have so much HP.
Dude, how about that Ogre Seal Totem?
It's still a thing.
Davai jumps in.
The problem with Nagasaki is getting it, you know?
All right, yeah, he's back away. They do have a ward there. Maybe, again, it's like if you try and take this fight on your high ground, you know that they're going to be right there, but feels like being able to catch them beforehand would be really nice.
All right, just send in the 4,500 HP Primal Beast, maybe.
There you go. Smoke with 4 behind the Naga. 16,000 gold lead. As TA2000 is going to take this tier 2 and start looking for more, and they do find Davai Lama. Adzantick, Shiva's Guard is there. Roll. Jump through. Davai Lama hexed up now. They have the save. Don't want to have to use it on him if they don't have to. Chakram. Illusion's dead.
Can't use the God Strength. Gotta hold it. Gotta wait for the big one. They have to kill the Aegis and keep the fight going after, ideally, while all in one God Strength.
It's really tough to make this work. Davai Lama, I mean, he's already out of mana. He has to head on back to Fountain, maybe. Like, he doesn't have what it takes right now. And creeps are hitting the rest of the base. Naga Siren continues to beat into it. They just don't have the ability to whittle her down. At some point, they're going to have to go. Roland, backline, find a Noob. He's even harder to kill. They catch him immediately. They do manage to keep him alive with that Shadow Demon usage, but immediately catch him on the re-go. And Shad, I mean, he popped God Strength. He has to go now. Tries to find a target, but the stun, he takes himself out. Oh, and OmaR just going to get Force Staffed away. Shad is going to fall. There is nothing left in the tank, as it is all too much. Quest are going to win game number 1. as they run back down the lane. Gonna take Davai Lama down for dead.
Dude.
GG called. What
Kaori,
execution.
You know, this guy, he's got the Phoenix fingers there, always going scythe first. What a crazy Lotus. This Sven jumps in, tries to hit the Skyrat mid.